There's a reason why people tend to lose their memory with age, and it's not just because they're aging. It's deeper than that. People think that it's just inevitable that as you age you lose your memory, and it's just how life works and there's nothing you can do about it. But truthfully, memory loss or retention of memory has to do directly with the kinds of habits you reinforce as to how you try to recollect your memories and how you treat your mind as you go on with your life on a day-to-day basis. So the long and the short of it is basically that the reason people start losing their memories is because, number one, they're not actually losing their memories, they're actually distorting their memories through active conscious resistance and trying to force things, and basically just like trying to make sure that every time somebody asks them that whether or not they remember something, they'll be able to snap right back and be like, oh yeah, I remember exactly what you're talking about, blah blah blah, and try to make it happen on their terms instead of just respecting their memory and their brain and their consciousness and how their consciousness just naturally works best. They try to force it to work in situations it won't work in, and then constantly do that until their brain is all distorted and messed up and doesn't remember how to properly remember things. So the key to fixing this is to basically stop trying to force it and realize that when people ask you if you remember something, or if you have any questions or ask questions like that, or anything that kind of like puts you on the spot and tries to force you to remember something at a specific time that's called for externally by something else, or that you try to force yourself to do, that's not just like in the moment coming to you type thing, it's not going to work, because your memory doesn't work like that. Your memory, things come to you as they come, and you just have to, and as they come, just take hold of it as an opportunity instead of just trying to force opportunities to come to you. You just, as the opportunity comes, allow it in. So it works with memories that way. It works with a lot of things that way, but especially memory as a whole, which basically is what ties back into everything else and why people lose their memories of all sorts of things. And it causes their habits to change or get like less, and their senses to get like less acute, and things they used to be good at, they start to like lose their aptitude over time. It's because of this. It's because they try to force things. They try to like make sure that they're like forcing themselves to perform correctly and retain things at the times they decide they need to, instead of just letting things flow naturally and letting their creative inspiration guide them. And so all you need to basically do is relax into the process, trust the process, and let yourself flow as you naturally do. And your memory just naturally meets you there, and your memory just accommodates you when you accommodate it. It's a two-way street, basically. You have to treat it as a relationship instead of just basically treating it as like a master-slave situation, which your memory doesn't function well in, and it'll just keep like trying to function the only way it knows how to function, and then realizing you don't want that, and then so it'll just keep trying to do what you want and then not be able to do that, and then keep failing over and over again until all it can do is fail. So instead of that, you just relax. If the memory comes when it's asked for, then great. If not, it'll come later. It'll come at whatever point it comes, but it will come, and it does come. And you have to start thinking of it as it is coming, instead of please come, or it needs to come, or anything other than it's here. And it'll just be there. It's there. And that's how memory works. And I've been doing this for a long time. I have a really good memory. It might sound like I'm rambling a little bit, but I promise everything I'm talking about is true, and I know what I'm talking about, because yeah, I mean, I have a really good memory, and I've got talents that I've had since I was a really little kid that I barely ever practice at all, that I still have at like peak performance, basically. And yeah, if you want to learn how to do that yourself, well, I just gave you a quick tutorial, and I'm probably going to be talking about that more on this channel, as well as many other things to help you retain, your health and your youthful vigor in all the different categories that people normally lose them in, and to basically just keep healing as a person overall. So, with love, thank you for watching, and feel free to send me an email if you're interested in this kind of thing and ask for more information. And with love, see you in the next one.